I'm going to be talking about base numbers. We're going to start with what we've all been taught, and that's base 10. That's the basis for our whole numeration system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to write out all of the numbers that we use when we count to 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Notice how I didn't write 10, because we have 10 digits here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But 10 is not part of our base 10 system, which sounds very strange because we write 10 all the time. But what 10 actually means is one group of 10 digits and 0 remainders. If we wanted to write 11, this is what 11 means in base 10. One group of 10 digits plus a single. In base 10, we call that number 11. But what if we were to use a different base system without 10 digits? What if we were to use 6 digits? So in base 6, we use 6 digits. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just like in base 10, I didn't write a 10 over here. Just like in base 6, call this base 6, I don't write the number 6. So how do I write the number 6 if I don't have 6 as a digit? This whole group of numbers is a whole. So when I want to write 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers is a whole, we'll express that as one whole with 0 remainders. So in base 6, to write the number 6, we would write 1, 0. We don't call this 10 because 10 is a base 10 number. 10 doesn't exist in base 6 as this. If we wanted to write the number 10 in base 6, well, we already know that 1 means the whole group of 6 numbers, so this line right here means 6. And then 6 plus what equals 10? Well, that would be 4. Is 4 in these numbers? Yes, it is. So what this means is one group of 6 with 4 remaining equals what we call 10 in base math. But in base 6, we would write it as 14. 14 in base 6 equals the number 10 in base 10. Now it seems a little confusing. We're going to get a little more weird in just a second. So what we're going to do now is take a number in base 10 and convert it to something in base 6. So I'm going to write out all of the digits that we can use in base 10 and all of the digits we can use in base 6. So here we got base 10, which we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Base 6, we can use 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can't use 6 in here. We don't have a 10 down here. So let's figure out if I want to take a number in base 10, which is what we're used to saying. So for instance, this number here in base 10, 17. We all know what 17 is. But how can I write 17 in base 6 when I don't have the number 7 in there? Well, I'll show you how. So first of all, this line right here, what does that mean? It means we have one group of 10 numbers. So this means 10 with 7 singles. So basically means 10 plus 7 equals 17. So first, let's figure out how to write 10 in base 6. So we've got one group of 6. So that's what that's going to stand for, is one big group of 6. So this is 6. 6 plus what equals 10? Plus 4, because 4 is the number we can use here. So right now I've got the number 1, 4, which in base 10 looks like 14. But actually 14 equals 10 in base 10. So now to get 7 more, we have to figure out what 7 is in base 6. So I'm going to put it over here. So we've got one group of 6. There's that big fat line again. That equals 6. 6 plus what equals 7? 1. There we go. We can use 1 there. So to get 17 in base 10, as we all know, and express it in base 6, we're going to take this number, which is 1, 4, which we've already figured out means 10 in base 10, plus this number, which is 1, 1, or 11, which we've taken to realize as being 7 in base 10. And we are going to add these two numbers together. So 14 plus, well, 1, 4 plus 1, 1 equals 25, or 25 in base 6. Now, are both of these numbers 2 and 5 found in the numbers we can use? Yes. So that means 17 in base 10 equals 25, or 25 in base 6. Now here comes the fun part. Let's add in base 6 using only these numbers. Might give you a heart attack, but I'm going to show you it's not that bad. So I'm going to say, let's take 3 base 6 plus 5 base 6. Our brain tells us, oh, 3 plus 5, that's 8. Well, we don't have the number 8 here. So, how do we express this? I'm going to do it the base 10 way. So, let's just say this equals 8 in base 10. We're all comfortable and familiar with 8. But how do we write 8 when we can't use the number 8? This is where we go back and remember that this is one whole package of 6 digits. So one whole package equals 6. Well, 6 plus what equals 8? That would be 2. So plus 2, is 2 a number we can use here? Yes, yes it is. So then that means we can use it here. So this means one whole block of 6 plus 2 equals 8 in base 10. So the answer to this problem in base 6 is going to be written as 1, 2, not 12, that's the base 10 way of doing it. Because this means one block of 6 digits. So this line represents 6 with 2 remaining for a total of 8. Now we're going to get on the other side of that. We're going to subtract. Larger number in subtraction for base 6. So let's take $233 minus, let's call it 45, base 6, base 6. Well, we got to borrow 1 from here to make this workable. So this now becomes 13, but remember we can't take this as 13 minus 5 because then we get 8. 8's not a number that we can use. So we have to convert 13 into a base 10 number to be able to take away that 5. So 13 in base 6 means one group of 6 plus 3 equals 9. So 13 is a way of writing 9 in base 6. So now we take 9 minus 5, and we get 4. On to the next space. Well, 2 take away 4 we can't do, so we need to borrow 1 from over here. And so this becomes 12, or 1, 2. 12 in base 6 means one group of 6 plus 2 singles. That equals 8 in base 10. So 8 minus 4 equals 4. Now we're on to here. We just have 1, nothing left to go with it. So the answer is 144, or 144 if we're talking in base 10. Let's check our math, see if this works. So when I add 45 to 144, I should get 233. Let's see if this works. I'm going to clear some space here. So 4 plus 5 equals 9, but we can't use 9. So that means we have one group of 6, and the difference between 6 and 9 is 3, so we need to add 3 more. So this set goes right here. So essentially we're saying that it equals 13. So we'll put the 3 in this space, and then we'll carry this 1 up over here. Now for this, we've got 1 plus 4 plus 4, that's 5, that equals 9. Well, we can't do 9 because it's not a part of that. And as a matter of fact, we just did that over here. We did 9, but we figured out that 9 is written 13 in base 6. So, and then we carry the 1 over to this spot here. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. Therefore it works. It's a head scratcher, but it works.